You have reached the Town of Long Beach Police Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and call 911 now. To speak to an officer, press 0. To reach us, please wait a moment. Beaufort County.
Yes, hello. Somebody strange is making threats, text messages. I don't know who they are. I asked them if they had social media. They don't have social media, so they're probably a weirdo. And they're threatening me, so I don't know who it is, so I need to file a police report.
What's your address?
2020 Golden Gate Drive, Long Beach, Indiana, 46360.
Okay, can you confirm the address?
Yes, 2020 Golden Gate Drive, Long Beach, Indiana. This is Mr. Taebel. You should know. I'm sure you know who this is. Hi.
Call that number for you.
Yes, 219-346-0017.
You're wasting the time on that.
And your name?
Taebel.
Wow.
This is Mr. Mitch Taebel.
What was your name?
Mr. Mitch Taebel. Hi.
Okay, hang on just 1 second, alright?
Yeah. Does an officer need to come by to make it? That sounds like something I could just email or text you. Do they need to take like an in-person statement? We're not in a rush. You don't need to send officers right now or anything. Don't worry about that. Don't even do that. Actually, matter of fact, I can just email it to you or text it to you. But I just wanted you to be aware of it.
So I can't make a report for you. I can have an officer give you a phone call.
Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. Do you have my number? You need it.
Sir.
Go ahead.
I have a couple questions for you. The threats that were made, do you think they'll be carried out? Like if they try to harm you, do you think they will actually find you and harm you?
Well, I don't know who the person is. They don't have social media, and only weird people make threats and don't have social media. So we can assume it could be dangerous. So obviously, I need to give you guys the phone number. You can figure out who it is and tell me if that person's dangerous or not.
Okay. How many calls have you received?
I'm not receiving calls. I got texts, and then I asked them to not text me, and then they continued to, and he actually made a threat. So that's already a criminal offense. He made a threat after I asked him not to text me, after I told him not to text me. Yeah.
Go ahead and have an officer give you a phone call. It'll show up as a block your private phone number. Just make sure you answer it, okay?
Excellent. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
You're welcome.
I recorded this. Great. Bye. Yes, good day. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, sir. How are you? This is Officer Vopat from the Long Beach Police Department. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Officer who?
Vopat. V-O-P-A-T, badge number 504.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Officer Vopat. All right. Great. So I just got a text. I had received some text before. I'm on the phone with an officer. I'm going to walk outside here. And so, anyways, I told him not to text me anymore, and then he proceeded to make a threatening text. I think it's debatably a criminal offense what was said in the text, but it would be if it's even debatable after I told him not to call me. Anyways, you can take a look at it. I don't know who it is. They don't have social media. My phone number is all over the internet. So people text me, and if it's not threatening, it's not a big deal. But the text message was weird,
I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, how about we do? Are you home right now, sir?
Yeah. You can. Do you want to talk in person about it?
In person?
Yeah, as long as you don't mind being recorded. Yeah, that sounds fun. Sounds good.
That's
Great.
No problem. I have no problem with that, sir.
Okay. Excellent. I'll show you the text messages. I'll give you the number, and you can let me know who that person is and whether that person's a threat. I appreciate it. Are you coming by now?
As far as the number goes, sir,
Yeah.
I don't have any database where I can plug in a phone number and see who that registered number is, okay? That would be through, like, telephone companies and all that stuff, and depending on the severity of what we got going on, I don't have the resources to do that. So that's why I kind of want to speak to you in person to kind of see what the whole entirety of the deal is.
Okay.
Because it's kind of hard to do that over the phone. Don't you agree?
So at what point can you figure out? I mean, people have caller ID. There's online services. You can pay a small amount of money. I would assume the police station would have that. Obviously if it's a criminal offense, then if it amounts.
That's a different story, but I don't know what we're even looking at, and
Okay.
I don't have a database where personally I can do that. I'm just letting you know that right off the bat. Just I don't know what your expectations are with that.
Yeah.
But I don't have that. Okay. So how about we do this? I'll be. You're at 2020 Golden Gate, sir?
Yeah. Actually. Yeah. Let's see here. I was just going to send you a text, and you could tell me if that amounts to a criminal offense and what you want to do.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to send me a text, that's fine.
Can I text you at this number, and then if we need to file a police report, I'll come down in person. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's perfectly
Okay.
fine. I could see what's going on, and send me. Why don't you send me the text messages, like you said? I'll read through them, and I'll kind of give you my thoughts on it. That sound good?
Yeah, I appreciate it. So, sure. Can I text you at this number or email it to you? How do I send it to you?
I'm going to call you unblocked. How's that sound? My phone automatically goes to it, but I could set it to where I could send unblocked calls.
Okay.
So why don't I call you unblocked, so that way you have my number, and then you can send it right to me.
Excellent. I'll send it to you, and we'll talk about what you want to do or what we should do about it. All right, I'll send it to you now. I'll look for your call. Thanks. Bye.
Okay.
Making sense right now. What are you saying? What are you saying?
Read the Supreme Court ruling.
A sucker punch? This could be a sucker punch. I have to report it. I made a threat. I don't know who it is.
It's not a threat. Why
Well,
is it-
because the person keeps texting me, and then they made a threat, and I told them not to text me anymore.
then block them.
I don't. Does it cost money to block them?
No.
A text message is different. It's just not social media. You can't
You
just
can-
block somebody
you can
very
block them.
easily.
You can block a guy. You can block them.
Hold on, I got somebody calling me here.
Block them. Out there. Wasting your time and you're falling for a sucker punch.
Stop it.
Take it out of this room.
I'm talking to the police. Listen, be quiet and listen. I'm
Take
talking
it
to the
away.
officer. No, you're a witness. I need you to listen.
We're not
Stop
witnesses.
it.
I don't want
Hello? Yes.
Yes, this is Officer O'Hannigan.
Hi there. Yeah. Did that amount to a criminal offense? You got my text, right?
Yes, I got your text messages. So, is there any other text messages or any other thing that you would perceive threatening in any nature, or that's it? That's the entirety of it.
They were kind of menacing, but not towards me directly. But
Right.
There's other text messages. But
As far as what I'm seeing there, okay? So Indiana statute, right? Okay, so as far as that goes, it's got to be a specific threat, okay? It doesn't, from the way I'm reading it and I'm perceiving it, okay, it doesn't sound like a specific threat. Now, say that person said that he was going to come to your house and he was going to punch you in the face and cause you bodily harm. That's different. He's kind of on the gray side of things, kind of dancing around that statute to where I would definitely document it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to document our conversation and everything we did in dispatch notes, okay? Do you know the difference between that and the case report?
no.
Okay, so the dispatch notes, so when we get a call for service, right? All right, so just like now. So when you called the non-emergency number or 911, you told them what was going on. On my computer, it pops up to where I have the ability to add notes to that call for service and document everything in that so it's saved under dispatch, okay?
All right, I can take.
Everything.
Yeah, I can.
I would recommend you to do, sir. Is
Go ahead.
I would highly suggest. I don't know you personally. I don't know any of your history. Okay, but it sounds like it's.
I don't know you personally either, and yeah, I want to talk over the phone because I don't know who they're employing over there. They just employed an officer who was arrested for a felony, or a fraud and several other felonies. Was working at the Long Beach Police Department, and I would like to know a few of the officers. It's been years. I talked to a few officers in years past. And they seem like nice officers. And then we had an incident where, somebody that I had never met before, filed a false police report and everything. And then he was later arrested for fraud and several felonies in that police department. So I want to talk over the phone. I asked the chief, I met with him one time in his office, and then I left him a message before, and I wanted to maybe meet with him, like on every few months or so and keep some kind of rapport. and he didn't call me back, and so we weren't able to meet. So I obviously should know some of the officers in the police department. But
as far as that goes, I'm Officer Bo Papp with the Long Beach Police Department. I've been here since February of this year. I've been a law enforcement officer for quite a while now, and I transferred from Westwood Police Department. So as far as the felony and all that stuff with that officer, I have no knowledge of that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's not true or doubting you in any which way, but as currently now, there's no Long Beach officer employed with that type of reputation.
yeah, no, he was fired and then he was arrested. It's definitely true. It was all over in the media. Well, I mean, he was in the media, so.
Listen, I don't watch the news. I have no idea what goes on.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so I'm going to document all this, that we spoke and everything, but what I would recommend to you, sir, just like I would recommend to anybody else, okay? So you can go ahead and block that number. Unfortunately, the day and age we live in, and that's why it's so hard for me to pinpoint that, is you can auto-generate numbers and text from numbers. I've worked cases before in the past where it's really, really difficult to kind of pinpoint who that individual is because there's so many apps out there that you could use. I think you mentioned one of them before, to where you could change your phone number and send that out. So we'll have victims in cases, sexual violence cases, stuff along those lines, that will change their phone number, and they'll keep contacting under blocked numbers. If that does happen, I urge you to report it. Okay, and if anything, you do get any other text messages, I would urge you to report it again. But what we're looking for as far as the statute goes, sir, is it's a direct threat towards you for serious bodily harm. Okay, that's what the statute reads. Okay, so kind of this dancing around. I would agree with you. It's anonymous text. I would agree with you, especially from somebody that you don't know. But I would recommend blocking that number, and I would also recommend taking your number off Facebook. Now, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want, but that's just my recommendation to you, sir, okay?
Yes. Okay. So, it only costs. There's like free trials for like $1 or something. I've seen before. It's just like a few dollars a month. I think all lawyers probably have that service where you like look up old classmates and friends if you forgot their phone number. I mean, there's ways that you can extended phone books. You can pay a small service. I would imagine police department certainly should have that service for a very, very small fee and just be able to look up the number and tell me if that person is dangerous, if you think it is, so we can look at their social media. And take a look at the person and, see if they're, violent criminal or something, if they're out on bail for murder or something, or a psychopath. So, anyways.
I'm in agreement with you, but I don't have any database to where I can type somebody's, there's an app and everything. I don't know about it. That may be my lack of knowledge in that field, but that's something definitely to look into going in the future. But as far as my recommendation to you today, okay, is to definitely block that number. I know that you said, don't text me anymore. I don't know who this is. Go ahead and block that number, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, right on.
Nothing to say that you can't block somebody's phone number. You know what I mean? So, obviously, if you get random text messages from different numbers and you do find that those text messages are escalating to the point where they're specifically threatening bodily harm to you or a family member or something along those lines, obviously it's something what I want to know about, okay? As of right now, it's weird, and it doesn't fall into that statute, to my understanding. Okay.
What statute are we talking about?
We're talking about threats and intimidation.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. We can do that. How about the Michigan City Police Department? Maybe they have reverse phone number lookup or something. Do you know?
I mean, and at this point too, they're gonna look at it the same way I do. Okay. This is the first time we're talking, so I'll give you a little bit of a history. I look at everything to the letter of the law, sir. Okay? So I look at everything the way it is and then go from there. So at this point, if they do have a system like that, great. But, at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to document this incident, and then if it reoccurs, now I have a baseline footprint that, hey, me and Mr. Taebel talked about something along those lines, and then I can relate if it goes to a serious event, which I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't go to where somebody's threatening you. I know I wouldn't want that for myself. I'm sure you don't want it either, too. That's why you're on the phone with me, right? So, that's pretty much where I'm at. So, do you have any other questions or?
The text messages were weird, and then they started to get threatening. So
our penis thing is a little weird too.
I'll let you know if there's any increasing threats or a direct threat. That sounds like debatable or something. So, anyways, if there's any more direct threats or something, I'll definitely let you know. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. And and the thing is, just with online safety and everything now, I know you mentioned it before that your phone number's all over the internet. If you put it there, I don't know how that works. Okay, so if you put it there, I'd recommend taking it down.
Okay.
The less that people know about you, the better.
Obviously, well, my number's all over in court and everything too. So I mean, it's all over, and they require it on documents filed in court. They ask for it. Okay. Hey, obviously, the police department should have a reverse phone number lookup. I mean, it's insane. I call companies and they don't have caller ID. It's like, are we regressing? Is there regression in society and technology right now? Because 10 years ago, everybody used to have caller ID. So that's ridiculous. Obviously, the police department, it would not look well on the police department. The police department would be liable, I would assume, in a circumstance where that person was, a dangerous psychopath. And, they did come to our house armed and, to assault. And obviously that would reflect very terrible on the police department. So obviously it would make sense to have reverse phone number lookup and just do a background check and look at if there's anything online about this person. I don't have a name on the phone number. So if I had a name, I could Google it. But
any suspicious activity? Anybody that's following you or anything along those lines? Anything that's out of the ordinary?
No. It's I think I think likely the area code I think is out of the area, and likely the person's on the other side of the country, and it's not a big deal. And this will be the end of it when I block their number. But
So, like I said, if it continues, then obviously, like I said, I'm going to take the steps of documenting so that we have a paper trail, okay? So, we have a paper trail of everything going on that me and you've talked already, and now, okay, if it happens 2, 3, 4 days down the road, then, then we have a recurring issue. And then if it gets to that point where it's going to fit in that threats and intimidation, then, we'll take steps from there. But as of right now, like I said, it's kind of on that gray line of, would I feel comfortable charging somebody with that? Probably not, no.
Did you recognize the area code? Is it 615?
No, I did not, sir.
Okay, I forget. I'm going to take a look. I saw the area code and I knew it was like out of the area and everything. So, okay. All right.
Like I said,
I appreciate it.
Updated if you
Yeah.
This is my work phone, so, if I'm not at work, I'm not answering it. If there's something serious, I have other means of contact. So I don't monitor this phone 24/7, okay? So if you do have an incident to where something's occurred, do what you did today, okay?
Yeah, this person, I don't know this person, so they obviously have no justification whatsoever. So I don't know why they're trying to talk to me. Anyways, I have no idea who this person is, and they don't have social media, and that's just a red flag from somebody texting you in the first place. Anybody that should be texting anybody, they would say, "Hey, look at my social media. I'm not a psychopath." But they don't have social media, so that's alarming. So, anyways, I may call the Michigan City Police Department and see if they have reverse phone number lookup, or we may pay a small fee and do that ourselves, and we'll check the area code. All right, officer, one more time. How do you spell?
So, I hope that's, I hope I can help you out today. So, is there anything else I can do to help you, sir?
Yes, officer, one more time. How do you spell your name? Last name?
Yeah, VOPAT.
VOPAT, Vopat. Officer Vopat. I appreciate it. Have a great day, Officer Vopat. Thank you.
You
Bye.
have a great one, okay? Bye-bye.
All right.
Thanks.